On Minnesota's North Shore, a wall of ancient reddish rock rises straight out of Lake Superior and stops the land in a single dramatic drop. From its brink, the Great Lake spreads to the horizon, cold and blue and seemingly endless, while behind you the autumn forest burns with color. It is one of the most striking overlooks on the entire shore, a place where the edge of a continent hangs over an inland sea. Welcome to Palisade Head. We are on the rugged north shore of Lake Superior, near the town of Silver Bay in northeastern Minnesota. Palisade Head is a bold headland that juts from this coastline and belongs to Tettegouche State Park, one of the crown jewels of the North Shore. Here, the highland forests of the north meet the largest freshwater lake in the world, and the shore rises in bluffs and cliffs of hard volcanic stone. What makes this headland unforgettable is the drop. The cliff falls roughly 300 feet, almost straight down, from the wooded summit to the water below. There is no gentle slope to soften it, only a great vertical face and then the open lake. Standing near the brink, the eye is pulled down the rock and out across the water at once, and the sheer scale of the place settles in. The rock itself has a story written in its color. This towering face is made of rhyolite, a hard reddish volcanic stone that resists the pounding of the lake and the grinding of ancient ice. Its warm, rusty tones glow in the low autumn light, streaked and blocky where the cliff has fractured over the ages. It is this durable stone that has let the headland stand so tall and so sheer for so very long. To understand the cliff, look back more than 1 billion years. In that deep and distant time, thick lava erupted across this region and cooled into vast sheets of hard volcanic rock. The rhyolite of Palisade Head was born in that fire, a slow flood of molten stone that hardened into the bones of the coast. Everything you see here began as heat rising from within the earth. That fire was no accident. More than 1 billion years ago, the heart of the continent began to tear itself apart, opening a great rift that ran through what is now the Lake Superior Basin. As the land pulled apart, molten rock welled up through the wound again and again, layer upon layer. The lava that built this cliff was part of that ancient rifting, a moment when a continent nearly split in two. The same story built far more than this one headland. That long chapter of eruption and rifting laid down the volcanic rock that forms the entire rugged North Shore, its cliffs and points, its dark ledges and cobbled beaches. Every dramatic bluff along this coast is a page from the same ancient volcanic book. Palisade Head is simply one of its boldest and most vertical pages. From the summit, the reward is the view. The land falls away, and the immense expanse of Lake Superior opens before you, a sweep of water and sky so wide it curves toward the horizon. Below, the waves work endlessly against the base of the cliff. Above, gulls ride the wind along the rock face. It is the kind of overlook that quiets a crowd, where everyone simply stands and looks. On a clear day, the eye can travel far down the shore. Looking southwest along the coast, the cliffs and coves recede into blue distance, and in fine weather you can pick out the distant form of Split Rock Lighthouse, standing on its own headland miles away. From this height, the whole curve of the North Shore lays itself out, cliff after cliff marching along the edge of the Great Lake. And it is truly a great lake. Lake Superior is the largest freshwater lake in the world by surface area, so vast and so cold that it behaves less like a lake than an inland sea. From the top of Palisade Head, that immensity is plain to see, a cold blue plain stretching until water and sky blur together. The wind that crosses it arrives with the tang of open water and the chill of great depths. This sheer face is famous for more than its view. The towering vertical rock is one of the most popular rock climbing destinations in the Midwest. It's clean rhyolite lined with roots that rise straight from the ledges near the water. On this autumn day, the walls stand quiet and empty, ropes and climbers gone, and the cliff shows its bare and patient face to the lake, as it has through countless seasons. Crowning the headland is the northern forest, and in autumn it comes alive. The trees atop the head blaze with reds and golds and burnt orange, a fire of color set against the cold blue of the water below. The contrast is the signature of the North Shore in fall, warmth on the land and chill on the lake. For a few short weeks, the whole coast glows before the long northern winter takes hold. Palisade Head is one dramatic piece of a larger wild place. It belongs to Tettegouche State Park, a stretch of protected North Shore country known for its cliffs, inland lakes, and rushing rivers pouring down toward Superior. Set aside for all to enjoy, the park keeps this coastline wild and open, so that the Great Cliff and its view remain a shared treasure rather than a private one. Weather rules this edge of the world. Superior makes its own moods, and the headland wears them all, bright and clear 1 hour, wrapped in cold gray mist the next. Fog can rise from the water and swallow the far coast, or the sun can break through and set the reddish rock aglow. To linger here is to watch the light and the lake change, again and again, over the same unmoving stone. In the end, that is what Palisade Head offers, the feeling of standing at the very edge of a continent. Behind you, the forests of the north roll away inland. Before you, the Great Lake begins and does not seem to end. Beneath your feet is stone born of ancient fire and a rifting earth, holding the line between land and water. It is a place that makes you feel both small and wonderfully awake. a sheer cliff of ancient reddish stone, a view across the greatest of lakes, and the fire of autumn along the shore. Thank you for watching. Follow for more interesting people, places, and things we cover on the channel.